What if the next few weeks determine whether the Middle East spirals into a war that could engulf the entire region? Right now, inside the Pentagon, American diplomats are engaged in what may be the most consequential negotiations of the year. The stakes couldn't be higher. Israel and Lebanon, two nations that have technically been in a state of war for decades, are on the brink of something far more dangerous. So what exactly is happening in these secret talks? And more importantly, can the United States actually stop an all-out war from happening? I'm going to take you deep inside this geopolitical chess match, breaking down every move, every player, and what it means for the future of the Middle East. To understand how we got here, you need to go back nearly a century. Israel was created in 1948, and almost immediately it found itself in conflict with its Arab neighbors. Lebanon, a small country with a fragile sectarian balance, became a frontline state, but the relationship really turned toxic in 1970, when the Palestinian Liberation Organization was expelled from Jordan and set up operations in southern Lebanon. From that moment, Israel viewed Lebanon as not just a neighbor, but a threat. In 1982, Israel invaded Lebanon in force, reaching all the way to Beirut. That war lasted months and killed thousands of people on both sides. But the real game changer came in 1985, when Israel withdrew from most of Lebanon, but kept a buffer zone in the south. That vacuum was filled by Hezbollah, a Shia militant group that was formed in 1985 with one stated purpose: resisting the Israeli occupation. Over the next nearly 4 decades, Hezbollah built itself into the most powerful non-state actor in the Middle East. It has an estimated 100,000 rockets and missiles, according to various intelligence estimates, more than many sovereign nations. It has fought wars, survived assassinations of its leaders, and become deeply embedded in Lebanese politics and society. The border between Israel and Lebanon has been quiet for almost 18 years. That's because in 2006, after Hezbollah captured 2 Israeli soldiers and killed 8 others in a cross-border raid, Israel launched a massive 34-day war. Both sides inflicted serious damage on each other, but neither achieved a decisive victory. Eventually, United Nations Security Council Resolution 1701 was passed, calling for a ceasefire and the disarmament of Hezbollah. But here's the thing, that resolution was never fully implemented. Hezbollah kept its weapons, and Israel kept its threats. Now fast forward to October 7, 2023. Hamas launched its devastating attack on Israel, killing about 1,200 people and taking more than 250 hostages. Israel responded with a relentless military campaign in Gaza that has killed tens of thousands of Palestinians. But the war didn't stay contained in Gaza. Almost immediately, Hezbollah began launching rockets, missiles, and drones at northern Israel, saying it was acting in solidarity with Hamas. Israel responded with strikes deep into Lebanon, and the escalation has been building ever since. By early 2024, the exchanges became almost daily. Israel has struck Lebanese territory repeatedly, killing senior Hezbollah commanders. Hezbollah has fired thousands of rockets and missiles into northern Israel, forcing tens of thousands of Israelis to evacuate their homes. The northern border has become a war zone in all but name, and the big question everyone is asking is, when does this turn into a full-scale war? That's where the Pentagon talks come in. Since the escalation began, the United States has been working overtime to prevent a second front from opening up. President Joe Biden's administration has been engaged in intense diplomatic shuttle diplomacy, trying to find a formula that would allow both sides to step back from the brink. The talks have involved senior officials from the State Department, the Pentagon, and the National Security Council. They've met with Israeli leaders, Lebanese officials, and critically, Hezbollah itself, though often through intermediaries. So what does the United States want? The goal, at least publicly, is to reach a diplomatic solution that ends the hostilities and allows both sides to return to the status quo ante. But that might be easier said than done. Israel has made it clear that it will not accept a permanent threat from Hezbollah along its northern border. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant has said repeatedly that diplomacy will only work if it is backed by a credible military threat. In other Titan foreseeing Femni buying time before a much larger conflict erupts? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think is going to happen next. The truth is, nobody knows for sure what comes next. What we do know is that the Pentagon talks represent the best chance at aiding a catastrophe, but they are running out of time. The situation on the ground is deteriorating faster than diplomacy can keep up. As the days and weeks pass, the pressure on both sides to act will only increase, and the world will be watching to see whether reason prevails or whether the Middle East goes up in flames once again. For now, the negotiations continue, the rockets keep flying, and the uncertainty deepens. What happens in these next few weeks could shape the future of the entire region for generations. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more interesting videos.